Rob and I are on our way camping, and we drove past the lake where I spent all my summers growing up as a kid. My aunt and uncle had a cabin out here. Later on in their life, they ended up living out here full time, but I spent my whole summers and so many weekends here, and I have just so many amazing memories. So I wanted to stop in and say hello, and it's just exactly as I remember it. And what's funny is what immediately comes to mind is how my brother and I used to spend literally all day long on this beach swimming in this lake. And we would not leave until, an adult came and dragged us home for supper at the end of the day. And what I remember about this is at this time in my life, there was zero body shame. There was zero shyness about my body. In fact, I don't think there was thoughts about my body at all. Now, granted, I grew up in an immediate family, and certainly my aunt and uncle as well, who never made comments about my body. I have other family members who really did have comments to make often when I was in their presence, but this particular side of the family, did not. And it really got me thinking, when did things change? When did I start to become self-conscious about my body? When did I start worrying about my weight? And when did this shame associated with my body really start to creep in? And when I look at younger people, boys and girls, but girls especially these days, it feels like the body shame is kicking in much earlier than it did when I was young, that people are much more aware of how their body looks and how their body appears to other people out there in the world. And I think this is such a shame. And what I truly hope is that children are able to come to lakes like this and wear their bathing suits and play with each other and have fun in the water without a single thought of their body messing that all up. And so I'm curious to hear from you. When did you first, start having negative thoughts about your body? Or if you do feel shame around your body, when did that start for you? I'd love to know. And I know for me, it really didn't start until I was probably 16 or 17 years old. When I was in high school or just sort of starting high school, I think that is when I started to notice. And that's really because other people started making comments about my body. And it wasn't until other people started calling me chubby or curvy or fat when I was a kid that I really started to look at my own body with a critical eye. So I'd love to hear your stories of your body, but also, did you have experiences like this in childhood, growing up at the lake, swimming in the lake, having so much fun all day long till a parent dragged you home? I'd love to hear your stories. Reach out below.